Right now, you're listening to Right Now with Rhenotha, and this is a Right Now Diary.
I don't care what you say, having someone come to see you, especially when you're in rehab, is a different kind of joy. It's not small, it's not casual, it's deep. Because when you're here, your world gets very routine. It's your room, it's therapy, it's the walk, or in my case, the roll to the bathroom. It's the same walls, the same schedule, the same everything. And after a while, even when you're grateful for the care, it can start to feel a little heavy, a little quiet, a little too predictable. So when someone comes to see you, oh, it shifts everything. It brings energy into the room. It brings laughter. It brings conversation. It reminds you that life is still happening outside of these walls and that you're still a part of it. And maybe, even more importantly, it reminds you that you matter to people. Now, before this past week, a number of people had told me they were going to come visit, and I appreciated that. I really did. But if we're being honest, when people say they're coming, you never fully know what that means. You don't know when they're coming. You don't know if something might come up. You don't know if they'll actually make it. And the truth is, they don't owe you that visit. No one is obligated to show up. People have lives, responsibilities, things going on. So I've learned to hold those I'm coming to visit conversations with gratitude, but also with understanding. They'll come when they come. And when they do, I want them to feel like they have me fully. I don't ever want someone to walk into my room and feel like, oh, I can't stay long because someone else is about to come. Or I don't want to take up too much of your time. No. If you came to see me, I want you to feel like your time matters, like you're supposed to be there, like that moment we're sharing is intentional. So, going into this particular Sunday, I had a thought. Actually, I had a prayer. I said, Lord, when people come to see me, can you orchestrate it so they don't all come at the same time? Because I've seen it happen before. Three people show up at once. Someone's sitting in the corner, someone's standing, someone's feeling like they have to cut their visit short. And while it's still love, it doesn't feel personal in the same way. So I prayed for something specific, very specific, not just visitors, but timing. And Sunday came. The first visit started at 10 a.m. And from that moment on, it was like watching God move in real time. One person came. We talked, we laughed, we sat in the moment. And just when that visit naturally came to a close, the next person arrived. No overlap, no awkward transitions, no rushing, just flow. And it kept happening, one after the other. Each person came in their own time, stayed for a meaningful amount of time, and left feeling complete. And I just sat there like, wow, this is exactly what I prayed for. Not kind of, not almost. Exactly. And what made it even more special was how it made everyone feel. No one felt like they were interrupting someone else's moment. No one felt like they had to compete for time. No one felt rushed out the door. And me, I got to be fully present with each person. I got to receive each visit in its own space. I got to laugh differently with different people, talk about different things, feel different connections. And with each visit, I felt it more and more. I felt seen. I felt remembered. I felt cared for. And most importantly, I felt love. Not rushed love, not shared love, but intentional, individual. I came to see you kind of love. And in a place like this, that matters more than I can even fully explain. Because when you're going through something physically, when your independence is limited, when your days don't look like your normal life, you can start to feel a little disconnected, a little removed, a little like the world is moving and you're just here. But this Sunday reminded me I am not forgotten. I'm not disconnected. I am not alone. And it also reminded me of something else. God is in the details. He does everything well, not just the big life changing moments, not just the major breakthroughs, but even the timing of visitors, the spacing of conversations, the flow of a day, the answered prayer that might seem small to someone else, but meant everything to me because I didn't just ask for visitors. I asked for peace and how they showed up. And that's exactly what I got. Perfect timing, perfect flow, perfect love. And I left that day feeling full, grateful, covered, and reminded that even in a place that can feel routine, God can still make a day feel extraordinary. So if you're in a season where things feel low, where your world feels smaller than you're used to, where you're waiting on the next step, the next move, the next breakthrough, don't overlook the details because sometimes it's not just about what you're waiting for. It's about what God is already doing right where you are. In the timing, in the people, in the moments that feel small, but mean everything. And if you can find the love in those moments, if you can recognize the intention in those details, you'll realize you're not stuck. You're being cared for in real time. And right now, that is more than enough.